Mum. Yeah, I can hear you very well. How was the flight? Okay, did Aunt Georgia meet you at the airport? I have to go right now, I'm filming. Okay, look, all right, I'll call you back later. I'll call you back later, Mum, right? Bye, bye. Hello, guys. I'm sorry, but I had to call my mother. She went to visit her sister in Australia, and I was worried. They live so far away, but they're still my family, and I miss them so much. So today in English Up, we're going to talk about family.
Today in English Up, the members of the royal family, the Queen, her husband, their children and grandchildren.
So, as I've already told you, your family aren't just your parents and the people you live with. Your family members can live in other countries and even on different continents. Sometimes it can be difficult not to forget all of your aunts, uncles, nephews and nieces. So let's watch the video right now to remember how we call our family members.
Queen Elizabeth II is the United Kingdom's head of state. Her and her relatives are the royal family. The Queen's husband is Prince Philip. They have 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter. Their eldest son is Prince Charles. His 2 brothers and his sister are younger than him. Prince Charles has 2 sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. They have many cousins. They are all grandchildren to Queen Elizabeth. She even has a great-grandchild, Prince George. At this point, he is still an only child, and one day he will become the king.
So as you can see, the royal family is a big and friendly family. So you've listened and heard what family members are called. But now, let's take a short test to see if you can remember the members of the royal family.
Match the words with the pictures. Prince Philip is the Queen's husband. Prince Charles is the Queen's son. Prince William is the Queen's grandchild. Prince George is the Queen's great-grandchild.
Well done, guys. So that was the royal family, but now you'll have to answer some questions about family connections by choosing the right options. Ready?
Complete the sentences by filling in the gaps. The Queen and her relatives are the royal family. The Queen has 4 children. Prince Charles has 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Great job. Now you can share the photos of your family with your friends on social networks. You can show them parents, cousins, uncles and aunts. But there's something else you need to know to tell them about your family members.
Coming up next, discussing family members and using the present simple tense.
Usually, when you make new friends, one of the first things you want to tell them about is your family. We've already learned what some family members are called, but what can you tell about them? How to tell about their work, their hobbies, and everyday routines. For this purpose, we should use the present simple tense, so let's watch the dialogue to see how our friends use it in speech.
Nice photos, thank you. You have such a beautiful cousin. Please tell me more about him.
Well, Ian is 21 and he lives in Manchester together with his parents.
Well, Manchester is not far from here. Does he often come to London to see you?
Yes, he does. He comes to see us once in 3 months. He has many friends in London, so he comes to see them too.
That's nice. I can become his friend too. And do you often go to Manchester to visit your relatives?
No, actually, I don't. I don't have enough free time for that.
Oh, I see. And what does Ian do?
He studies at Manchester University with his brother. They both don't work. Ian studies economics, and I know that he wants to find a future job here in London.
That's awesome. I want to meet him so much. You must invite me next time he comes.
Sure, I will. I promise.
Okay, guys, did you notice when talking about her cousin, Kate always used S at the end of the verbs? She said, Jan leaves, he comes, he studies. When we talk about he, she, or it in the present simple, we should always add S at the end of the verb. Try to do it yourself right now.
Put the verbs in brackets into the present simple. My sister talks very fast. He visits his parents every week. Peter works a lot. She cleans the house every week.
So you've got it. Let's watch the dialogue one more time and pay attention to the negative sentences and questions our friends use.
Well, Ian is 21 and he lives in Manchester together with his parents.
Well, Manchester is not far from here. Does he often come to London to see you?
Yes, he does. He comes to see us once in 3 months. He has many friends in London, so he comes to see them too.
That's nice. I can become his friend too. And do you often go to Manchester to visit your relatives?
No, actually, I don't. I don't have enough free time for that.
Oh, I see. And what does Ian do?
He studies at Manchester University with his brother. They both don't work.
So, when talking about he, she, or it in questions, in the present simple, we always use the helping verb does. And for the negative sentences in present simple, we use does not. So they always use the magic word does. And now it's time for you to practice using it.
Put the verbs in brackets into the present simple. My brother does not speak Japanese. Does she like reading books? Laura does not know his address. Does he study English at school?
I hope that you now remember how to talk about he, she, or it in present simple. And from now on, it will be easy for you to describe your family in English. If your family's as big as mine, I advise you to draw your family tree and write down all your family members and their names. That'll be good practice for you. But now, I've got to call my mother. She's waiting for the call and, to be honest with you, she doesn't like it when I forget about her. So, that's all for now. See you next time on English Up.